Okay, so I thought I'd do a quick video review of this Harbor Freight brand 10 by 17 portable garage. My son's got a car that he doesn't like to drive in the winter, and here in Northeast Ohio the salt kind of takes its toll on cars, and so he usually buys a winter beater, and we wanted to be able to keep it protected from the winter weather while he's driving his winter beater, and we're fresh out of garage space, so we needed something affordable to allow him to store it inside, and maybe even do a little work on it over the winter. So this is what it looks like in the picture. Even though it had a VW in it, we figured a Honda would probably fit as well. So that's what they show it looking like, and this is what it looks like once it's set up. So we wanted to put it on the concrete. It comes with anchors designed to go into the grass or ground, soft ground, and they say they'll even go through asphalt. But we wanted to put it on the concrete here up next to the house, where it would be fairly protected from the wind and everything. So we'll start, I guess, by showing how we accomplished that. What I did, basically the anchors go into the ground, and in each of the four corners there's it comes with these little cables, and you put the anchor into the ground, has a little loop on it, and then you put these cables through and use this cable lock to secure each of the four corners to that anchor that goes into the ground. So to put it in the concrete, I just got 4 heavy-duty concrete anchors, and hopefully you can see that, a little L bracket, and I put the cable loop through the L brackets on each corner, and it seems to be pretty secure. I guess we'll see how it holds up. The weekend that we put it up, we did get a pretty good, I wouldn't say storm, but we got a pretty good episode of wind and rain, and it didn't budge. I think it definitely helps having it right up, tucked up next to the side of the house here. So I didn't shoot any video of us putting it together, but basically it's a steel frame that just connects together, kind of like you were putting up a portable shelter. And then once you've done that, you secure these end panels with a strap that wraps it around the frame, you can see, and then it comes with these ratchets to wrap it tight and hold it tight all the way around. Kind of see that. And then once you have the 2 end panels secured on, then you put the top panel on. They give you some ropes, and you tie the ropes to the eyelets on one side, to these eyelets here, right here, and then you throw the ropes over the frame and use the ropes to pull the tarp over, and then it's kind of the same concept on the outside. You pull these gizmos tight here, and that wraps it around the outside of that frame, and then the canvas, being secure, holds the whole frame together. And I gotta say, it's pretty secure. It seems like it's going to hold up pretty good. The material is fairly light, but I think it's going to hold up okay. It really does amaze me how secure this thing feels. So that's pretty good. Got a Honda Civic that's going to spend the winter in here out of the weather, and there's not a ton of room around it, but plenty to be able to get in and out of the doors. He's got his car cover here that he'll be putting on. We did run some electricity in here, just an extension cord, and we got a work light hanging now just to kind of light it up at night. We'll probably run some lights and put a power strip to run a little electric heater or something out here in the winter if he wants to tinker with his car. But yeah, I think it's going to be pretty decent. I don't know how much snow it's going to hold. We in Northeast Ohio, we get a fair amount of snow, but we're not exactly in the heavy-duty snow belt where we get a lot of the heavy lake effect. In fact, You know, I could probably count on one hand the number of times in the last couple of summers I've had to snow blow. So really, even though we're in Northeast Ohio where we're not in a heavy snow belt, but if we do get some wet, heavy snow that seems to be sticking to the roof, you know, we'll just kind of come out and take a broom handle, and I think we should be able to kind of do this and knock the snow down the sides and keep it from accumulating too much weight on the roof. Do a little walk around here. So it's not too gaudy looking. The back, there's no garage door obviously in the back, and we've put this little shed up against the back here for extra storage, and then again it's kind of right up beside the house here. The back and front panel, maybe we didn't quite stretch it enough or something, but it doesn't quite come all the way to the ground. So, you know, we probably could do something to secure that down a little better, but there is a little gap there. Around the sides, there's excess that's just kind of designed to sit along the ground, so water will run off it, I guess. It's a little sloppy looking, but it seems like it'll work. One thing I'm not sure I did right, but I can't figure out another way to do it, is these outside panels with these ratchets that tie down. I couldn't figure out any other way to do it. It just seemed to come from the outside and go straight down to this anchor, and then you crank it down tight enough to snug it up, but not so tight that you rip the thing. When I look at the picture on the box, you can't see those straps on the exterior of the garage where they are on mine, but I couldn't figure out how to get them, how to set them up any other way. But if you look here, you don't see the straps on their picture. I don't know how they did that. I don't know, this cord's coming down here, and I don't know where it goes from here. They must have cut a slit and run on the inside, but then I don't know how this stays flat. So not sure how they did that, and I can't figure out a way to get it the same way. So I guess we're just gonna leave these straps on the exterior and hope that they don't weather too bad. I can't imagine that, I mean, these things won't rust. They seem to be some kind of bronze or something. And the straps obviously won't rust, so I guess we'll see how it goes through this first winter. But it definitely doesn't lay as clean as they show in the picture. This is kind of flappy here. But that's it. You know, we haven't had it up that long, but we have had some wind and rain. So far, so good. No signs of any water leakage inside, and I think it's going to be pretty good. I think the list price on these things at Harbor Freight is $2.99, but I think they're almost always on sale for $1.99. Then we had a 25% off coupon, so basically we paid $150 for it, and it should be pretty useful. I think in the summer, once he gets his car out for the year, I've got a boat that I usually keep here. Right now I've got it tucked back over there, but I got a boat I usually keep here to have easy access to come and go with it. So in the spring, when it's time to get this car out and get the boat out, we'll pull up those anchors to the concrete and leave the thing assembled and move it back farther somewhere in the yard and re-anchor it there for the summer months and use it for miscellaneous storage. So we'll see. I figure even if it only lasts, you know, even if it only lasted this summer or this winter, even if it was weathered enough that we didn't want to use it again next year, I mean, where are you going to find decent protected storage over the winter for $150, especially right at home where you can have access to it and tinker with it? So yeah, I'll cut away for just a second, put this door down so you can see how it looks with the door down, and that'll kind of wrap up this video. So there it is with the door down. You know, it's just zippers. And again, you know, this edge is definitely not snug to the ground. We did put a little piece of PVC in here. I need to get a longer piece. It's one that we had sitting around to kind of help weight-wise hold this down and also make it easier to roll up when you unzip it. But yeah, so that's it. We'll probably maybe halfway through the winter, or once it's been out and really had to deal with some weather, and we'll do a follow-up video. But for now, I'm pretty satisfied with it. The only thing I'll add, I guess, is it took us, maybe because we had to wrestle with the concrete anchors, but it took us a good 3 hours to set the thing up. It was a bit of a project, but not horrible for sure. So we'll see how she holds up. Thanks for watching.